Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be adding a fire alarm pull station to my home fire alarm system. For anyone new here, I have installed a complete full-on commercial addressable fire alarm system in my house to offer some better protection and give me some functionality and customizations that I just couldn't get with residential smoke alarms. We had those before, they weren't working well for us, so I installed this commercial system. Also, it gives me the ability to do things like this and make videos of showing you how it works and how you program and add stuff in. So just like in a commercial building, we have commercial style fire alarm devices, such as these low frequency sounder strobes in the corridors and the bedrooms, with addressable smoke detector heads and fire alarm pull stations. There's currently two on the system. There's one here in this laundry area and back exit of the basement of my house, and one at the front door. We're going to be adding another one to the system today in the fire alarm panel room. Not because it's a place that you'd ever need to actually activate it from, but it can be nice to have it there for testing and being able to quickly activate the system from beside the panel. I've already done all the work of running wire because this room's quite difficult. So I ran a 5 conductor down here, 5 because we can count the ground because it's insulated. We have 4 wires to use for our SLC. It goes up, over, and then into this box. This is why we have a invalid reply on the fire alarm system, because that smoke detector head's been removed. I'm going to be tying it into the SLC in this box because this device is in the basement of the house, obviously. So we want it on the level 1 isolator. So if it shorts out in that box, it'll take down the level 1 isolator and leave the second floor of the system fully functional. So this system is wired properly, and by that I mean it's not T-tapped. Sure, it may be legal because it's still supervised, but that is terrible workmanship and is not a practice that should be done at all. We never ever T-tap any fire alarm systems, whether it's addressable or not, which I'm not doing it here either. This is going to be ran as one loop. It's not a class A loop where it returns, so it doesn't quite have that much survivability if it's severed, but it's still much easier to troubleshoot. So we need to maintain that loop where we don't just branch off. It's one loop through all the devices. So right here we have a bunch of wires that come in here. I'll explain how this works. We have our SLC in, and then SLC in goes in 2 wires to this closest bedroom smoke, and then 2 wires in that 5 conductor come back and then tie into the duct detector supply, and then those 2 come back, tie onto this smoke head, and then the 2 leaving that smoke head is the SLC out to the rest of the first floor. Now I got to think about where I want to tie this on. Doesn't really matter where I tie it on here, but I want to keep it tied on where it makes sense, where it's in closest proximity. So this is actually going to be the very closest device. I guess this actually is where it would kind of make more sense for this to be the first one, but we're going to put it between SLC in and the bedroom smoke. So that means we'll need to take these wire nuts off right here, or morettes we call them, and we'll tie the black and red to the black and red coming in, because we use black and red as our supply, and then blue and brown will be the return that will go to what goes to the bedroom smoke, if that makes sense. So we'll cut that right now and we'll lose everything on the first floor. We'll acknowledge that. I hope that's everything. So this is our SLC in right here. And we'll use the red and the black to go down to our device. and then we'll return on the blue and brown and continue on the supply side down to the beam detector. We're just maintaining one loop. We don't just branch off of it. If you're actually going by just following the conductor, it's just doing one big loop until the very last device. So we use brown and red as positive. There's many different colors that are for positive and many that are for negative. These are the only two that are going to be relevant here. And then we'll get an initialization trouble once I put this one together, because no, actually we won't, because we're not together at the bottom yet. I would actually like to put a little bit of tape around there and label it to go where it, to say where it goes. I've been doing that with this whole home fire alarm system installed to make it easier to troubleshoot in the future, so we'll continue that trend. There we have pull-out panel. Might be a little tricky to see. Pull-out panel. We'll tuck these back. And we can put our detector head back up, or our base back up, and then our detector head back up, I should say. Our loop is not complete though until we install a pull station on here. So let's go grab one. Here's the deal though. I want to change something up. Instead of installing your normal NBG12LX, I'm going to do one of these. I think it's an NMPS something. It'll say on the inside. This is a all metal. This is obviously French. Another reason for this is I'm not sure if this will fit because it's close to the panel. I'm sure it probably would, but I don't know. I want to change something up. I'd like to put this one somewhere, so why not? And these also program different, so it's a good way for me to show you the difference. These show up as a pull station. If you've ever programmed one of these guys, programs is as a pull station or manual station, whatever. These actually show up as a mini mod. Because these are just a mini mod, you can see there's no blinking light on them like there is in there. So these are literally just a mini mod slapped on the back. And these actually suck. A lot of people hate these. As far as collectors, I don't think they care, but real techs and electricians in the field don't like these because the way these little stupid terminals are, and this little resistor breaks off too easy because this thing takes up so much room in a box, and this resistor hangs out, breaks off, blah, blah, blah. That's actually why I got this one for free, because the resistor was broken, so this was showing up as an open trouble, so I soldered it back together. Anyways, there's my long story. Gonna put this guy up. These take a small Allen key to open. I can't remember the size of them. Wherever it is, right here. I think I have a video making these actually. These also are a push button pull station where as soon as you open the door, they will go off, which can be annoying as far as replacing glass in them. There we go. There's our Allen key they come with. This was address 9 before, and we'll have to change. That's another thing. They're stupid to set the address. Like, look, how are you supposed to... Come on now. We'll see. I think we'll probably be at 6, because as far as modules, our highest one currently is 5. So I keep this list in here. This is really nice to have beside a fire alarm system. Wish I had one for the garage. I probably should create one. So we can go address number 6. Our 10th place is okay already, but that needs to be changed from 9, which this one's actually not as bad to get to. If I can get that. No, it's still fairly bad. That's stupid, actually. You have to like force your way in there. Try and... Okay, that's 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's why no one likes these things. Like, what a piece of crap. I mean, they're nice once they're installed. I kind of like the look of them. And they do have these machined screws on them right there. And here, for you to be able to add a flip-up cover. To make it 2-stage, you have to flip it up and then pull it. But, yeah. Alrighty, so this is our negative side right here. Take black and blue. At least with these ones, I don't believe the terminals are as tight from the factory. Anyone that's installed the NBG12 or the BG12 series in general would know how freaking tight they are when it's a brand new pull station. It's ridiculous. And now for our positives, and this will go into trouble when it starts trying to initialize, because I'll put the loop back together. There we go, acknowledge that. Fast enough before the annunciator starts beeping, and that way we can try and get the dog to not freak out. And there we go, and then be really careful of that end of line resistor. This box actually is somewhat of room, and this is a metal pull station, so by putting in our box screws, this will bond it, because we do have the box bonded. The metal bonding strap is bonded. Use machine screws, 632s, as you are supposed to. Cross that off there. Now we'll close it up without the glass for now. Oh yeah, those are so satisfying how they close. And obviously that won't do anything yet. I don't really want to open that pack. And then we will actually look how nice that switch is. It actually scratches the paint. It's a nice solid switch. I like it. It's a good nice click. We will run an auto program and program this guy into the system. So we'll go enter, programming, level 2 password. Acknowledge that really quick again. Then we will go to basic program, and then we will do 1 again for auto program. And then after a little bit, it will find the device on these Notify OnX series, at least for the 320 and 640. I can't really speak for the 3030. The only way to add a device from the front of the panel is to use auto program. It's not like Firelight panels where you can do add point. Just something interesting about these series of panels that you can't do. I don't know why. It doesn't make a difference. It's actually good to do an auto program. Even when you do an actual install and use verifier tools to create a program, it's a good idea to run an auto program at the end to make sure there haven't been any devices that haven't been picked up, and it will also report dual address problems. So it's good to run an auto program and just check, make sure everything's all good. So after a little bit, it will come up with the point that it sees that's new and ask us if we'd like to add it, which we would, and then we will give it a name. If this thing actually works, hopefully it does. This has not been tested since I fixed it. At least I think I fixed it. We won't know until we put the point in. Okay, so there you see that comes up as a monitor module. So we can make it say pull station, and then I need to type into it. Okay, I can't fit all that in, unfortunately. So we'll just do furnace slash fire slash, we don't need fire alarm, we'll just do fire panel. Fire panel room. I'm copying what the smoke detector was called in here, but I was reading it off of our fire alarm zoning and device list. What am I doing? So I may have typed it out with a little bit of extra with a little bit of extra words than are what really there. Apparently I can't talk and do this at the same time. This is level 1. And that's all good. We'll leave it zone to zone 4. Pull station, we don't need to say pull station because it's already going to come up as that, as the device device type. So there's no point in putting in pull station. So just furnace slash fire panel room level 1. That's fine. We can hit enter, and this will tell us loop 1. We have 12 detectors, 6 modules. Yeah. Now hopefully this comes back trouble-free. There we go, back to normal. Now I'm going to do a quick test. I'm going to bypass one module though. That's going to be module 005. Enter. That is our... No, that's the wrong one. We want 3. Module 003. Enter. Enabled. Nope. Disable. That's our HVAC shutdown and fire door, garage building tie-in. Does a bunch of stuff. So we will disable that. And we'll disable one of our NAC circuits. We'll do number 2, which I think is the 2nd floor. Yes, level 2. We'll disable level 2 NAC circuit. Okay, I've let the other people know that we're gonna ring the bells. All right, here we go. Yep. Set all the stuff off on this floor. Pull station, furnace slash fire panel room L1. I also do like to check on how that shows up at the Annunciator, because display the same amount of stuff. This is just laid out further across. I'll show you what I mean. Versus the Annunciator here, you can see is 4 lines, but they're shorter. So that shows up pull station, furnace slash fire panel room L1. Yeah, that looks good. That shows up just fine. Okay, that is all good. That worked just as it should. So we will now take our little hex key guy thing, reset this. Well, I don't think I'll put the glass in it. All right, sweet. We'll go ahead and reset the system. Put on our disables. Output 2 was bypassed. Re-enable. Enable module number 3. Enable. Point disable light went out. Alright, now we just got to reinitialize, and boom, there we go. Sweet! Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those down in the comments section. And if you are interested, I do have an Instagram account at Pickle700 for bonus content posted earlier than you'd see it on the YouTube channel, stuff like that. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching.